Hey Nicole, so hopefully this will help. What I actually have for you is not knitting at all. It is saran wrap that I'm using, so hopefully you can kind of see through it. So when you have finished knitting what is essentially just a loop, that's what we're pretending this is. And I've got some finishing pictures on the pattern that look like this. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your your elastic, and put it around the center, and it'll look something like this. And then you seam these ends together, right, all the way around, using the crochet seam technique that I shared. So at that point, what I do is, it's kind of hard to show you because the saran wrap is sticking, is I just begin to pull it and invert where the seam is. So just go around the fabric and work the seam to the middle of the loop and leave that fabric on the outside, so that the seam is actually the part that touches your hair when you put the scrunchie on, and the pretty fabric is what's on the exterior. So there's no actual knitting or crochet technique in this part. You're just working around the entire thing and repositioning. And the end result is not so pretty with saran wrap, but hopefully you got the idea. What we're really looking for here is not to do anything differently than what's in the instructions, but just rather than having this be on the outside of the scrunchie, this should be, this should be on the inside of the seam. The reason that I don't do it that way to begin with is because if you are trying to take your scrunchie and put the elastic in and then close it around that and seam, you're working in this tiny little hole. And so you're actually trying to seam in this one little area while it's bunching, and it just doesn't work out that way. So doing it around the outside edge gives you that flare, and then you just kind of pop it into place. So that the elastic and the seam are in the center. They're not on the inside of the fabric, they're in the center of the scrunchie. Hopefully the visual helped. If you have questions, please let me know and I'll do my best to answer them.